Aside from bad handling, one of the best ways to diagnose bad power steering is when you're trying to take a turn, does it feel like you're doing a 450-pound deadlift?
Oh no.
Or whenever you give your steering wheel a full turn to the right or left, feels like a pack of dolphins are singing at you. If that's the case, well then look no further. Your steering system definitely needs some love. Follow the process in this video step by step, and we're going to help you remedy your power steering issues, DIY style, helping you save a ton of cash in the process. Mind you, in this case, we're working on a 20-year-old E46 BMW, but the process pretty much applies to any combustion engine out there. Tools you need for this project: I've seen people use floor vacuum pump, but we'll budget around here, so I got a hand pump size one. So how it basically works is, with one pull, it sucks in fluid through the upper hose and out through the lower one. Simple mechanism. At least 2 quarts of the recommended power steering fluid by your car manufacturer. A big size syringe might be needed to initially suck out oil from the oil reservoir, a flathead screwdriver and a 10-socket wrench, and of course the power steering fluid reservoir itself. Alright, now that we got everything, you want to pop up the hood, get rid of plastic covers to access the reservoir. Take off the cap. With your engine on, now you want to inspect if the power steering pump is working at all. Because if it's not, a mere fluid flush won't be enough to solve your problems. Use the tiny syringe to empty the reservoir. It's empty when the filter becomes visible at the bottom. Now unscrew the 2 bolts holding the reservoir to the engine with a 10mm socket. Now mine is proving a little bit stubborn here because it's probably never been done before. Unscrew both hose clamps feeding fluid in and out of the reservoir with a flathead screwdriver. That was stupid of me. Always have a rag and a plug to block the fluid from spilling out. And that's the essence of these videos. I made a mistake, so you don't have to make one. So at this stage, it's crucial to unscrew the 10mm bolt holding the reservoir to the bracket. Then I fetched the new reservoir, but I just didn't put the bracket on because I was trying to try out this new fluid flush method that I found online. So it goes a little something like this. You connect the exit hose and you plug off the return hole with a little plug that came with the new reservoir. Then you feed in the return hose of your vacuum pump into the return hose that goes to the power steering rack and pump. I was at least hoping it was gonna work, but if you look closely, it was a little bit too loose. I didn't get the right hose size. But being the knucklehead that I am, I was determined to get this fixed because I wasn't ready to pay any mechanic a dime. Oh hell, I even tried a slightly wider diameter hose just to see if it makes any difference. Then I filled the reservoir, give it a few pumps, but I could hardly get any fluid to pump up, so ditched this method and now I'm trying the most popular one. Stay with me here folks, we're gonna see this through. Stay with me. So now I'm just taking off the plug and reconnecting the return hose, tightening the hose clamp, and the reservoir is already filled up. And since the engine is going to be left running with the second method, it's the right time to pull back the bracket bolt and tighten it to the engine. Unscrew the reservoir cap and start the engine. And with the reservoir filled up, you want to give the steering wheel a full turn to the left and right a couple of times. Then you wait an interval of around 5 minutes. You wait for the fresh fluid to mix with the older ones as the power steering pump's working. And soon as the fluid gets milky brown, it's time to pull out the pump and empty the reservoir once again. Just be careful not to go below the filter area. That way you avoid sucking air into the system, because we don't want that, do we? So soon as the filter is visible, it's time to fill up once again. Go back to the steering wheel once again, give it a full turn to the left and another full turn to the right. Do that a couple of times like you did before. So you're just gonna continue this circle of filling the reservoir, waiting for a few seconds for it to mix up, giving the steering wheel a full turn to the left and right, emptying the reservoir and refilling once again for at least 3 times. In my case, after around 2 quarts, the steering wheel started feeling significantly softer than it did at the beginning of the video. And you should visually inspect the fluid in the reservoir. You know you're done when you start seeing clear fluid as opposed to the dirt red fluid that you saw at the beginning of the video. So now you want to check your fluid level. If it's too low, you want to top it up, and if it's a little too much, you know what to do. So ideally you want to have it between the minimum and maximum mark, and of course with your engine turned off. But hey, nobody's perfect. I did mine with the engine running, checked back a couple of days later, and it was still spot on. So there you have it. It might take a few rides around town before you feel any effect, but I felt mine right away. You want to see more of this budget DIY video on this channel? Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a dime. Here on Circuit Channel, we cover everything from tutorials to how-to videos to product reviews and unboxing of everyday products available to your average consumer out there. And in the process, saving you loads of cash that you could spend on other things that matters.